the hub world.
Hi. I love how you leave and you come back. It makes me happy. I'd like to reward you with a gift. How about Johnny Depp and his new movie Rango? That's a good gift. Our Hub World producer Heather got the goods. Take a look.
So you want something to believe in? Believe in that there sign. As long as that sign says sheriff, you can believe that there's law and order in this town.
How did you get in touch with your inner lizard to play Rango?
My inner lizard, I think, I think he's been around for a while, and he was kind of begging to come out.
Now, we ride.
Johnny Depp's inner lizard was pretty authentic, and I would consider myself somewhat of an expert. I'm from Texas, and that swagger walk you kind of had in the beginning, I recognized it from my childhood.
Yeah.
That's good. How'd you come up with those walks?
Well, it's just like the kind of thing, you know, you're trying to imagine a lizard as a gunfighter, you know, walking on his hind legs, you know, dragging his tail around with him. So, yeah, you know, I guess this stuff is kind of built in, you know, from watching all those great old westerns as a kid.
And Johnny wasn't the only one that got in touch with their inner reptile in Rango.
So, what's your name?
Beans.
That's a funny kind of name.
What can I say? My daddy plumb loved baked beans.
Isla Fisher played the part of Beans, the spunky love interest of Johnny Depp's Rango. You guys had a lot of natural chemistry.
Oh, thank you. Well, that's what lizards do when lizards get together.
And Isla had a lot to love about her one-of-a-kind character.
What are you saying? I just love that she was a determined, feisty, strong woman, and she's the brains, or lizard, but she's the brains of the gang, and she's not just the love interest to Rango. There's more to it. She's the one that's, you know, the most fearless. You ain't from round here, are you?
But there's another fast-talking animated animal that gives Rango a run for his money.
You're funny looking.
Oh, yeah? You're funny looking, too.
That's a funny looking shirt.
It's a funny looking dress.
You got funny looking eyes.
You got a funny looking face.
So I love Priscilla, your character. She's so cute.
Thank you.
What was the most fun thing about playing her?
You know, besides her stunning good looks, you know, just how, you know, tough she is. She's very tough, very morbid, not so trusting of Rango in the beginning. You're a stranger. Strangers don't last long here.
And 14-year-old Abigail Breslin filled us in on the unusual way director Gore Verbinski chose to shoot the animated flick.
We were all together. We sort of filmed it like a play, so they sort of took our emotions for a reference and sort of added them to the animation. So it was a really cool way of doing it.
Help! Open the door!
I feel like the chemistry that comes from really acting and the humanity, it comes through in your voice, and so I'd like to think the performances in this have more pizzazz to them.
Where I come from, we call this improvisation.
And while there were plenty of laughs making the movie, the on-screen stars agree the real humor can often be found at home. What do you think is the most embarrassing thing a parent can do to their kid?
Oh my goodness. Well, my dad got a Twitter.
Oh.
So, like, I'm like, Dad. He's like, follow me on Twitter. And I'm like, no, I'm not following you on Twitter.
I always think it's not so good when parents tell off their kids in front of their kids' friends.
Well, there's so many, there's so many possibilities.
That's what I said!
But yeah, the most embarrassing thing I think would be probably, yeah, to, you know, throw yourself into their world far too much, you know, like hanging out with them and their friends and that kind of thing. You know, as a parent, I think the best thing you could do is just be there.